Hey guys, it's Balex, and today's video, basically I'm just gonna give you guys like advice, and you guys can take it or not, or like, live with it or not. But few topics I want to talk about is self-love for sure. And then somebody else suggested that I give them advice on like how a friend might, like, you guys have plans but they always like, oh, they just don't show up, or they just make an excuse not to come. And I've been there, done that, and I've also like dealt with it by myself too, like knowing my worth and knowing like, oh, okay, well, they don't want to hang out, all right. And so about self-love, like, I just want to talk about it too, because I know there's a lot of people that just don't know how to love themselves, or they think they know how to love themselves but they want to even love themselves even more. So I can get that too. Like, I've heard a lot from people like, oh my god, you're so confident now, like, I love how confident you are. Trust me, it was not easy getting here, whatever. Definitely not. But I think what really helped me, like, at the bottom line of everything, what really helped me was definitely my friends and my new friends. And I think it helped a lot to meet new people too, because with those new people you really like connect because they're so new and they want to know more about you every time. So I think that really helped me, people, and definitely myself. I started to do, or I started evaluating things like what I really love to do and what I just do to please people, but I don't really like doing it. And so when I figured that out, I think it really helped me overall to know, like, okay, I like doing this, but I don't like doing that. And to really have self love, like, you really, really have to take the time for yourself and evaluate all the little things you do. Like, if you want to use this tip or this exercise, you can. Like, right when you wake up, get a notebook, get a pen, whatever it is, or even on your phone, and literally type or write down all the negative things you say about yourself right when you wake up. Like, back then, I guess I would say like, oh my god, like, my hair is so frizzy, da da da, I don't like it. Or, oh my god, I don't like how I look today, I'm gonna change, whatever. Like, I would just constantly be bringing myself down. And like, looking at it now after I did that exercise, like, it really brought me into a deeper perspective of how I really look at myself. And it's not healthy looking at yourself as such like a down person either. Like, elevate yourself with your little compliments. If you have to do them, do them. Like, I used to take selfies or whatever. And I remember the first thing I'd be like, oh my god, I don't like this, I look so ugly, or I don't like how I look in this picture. And I switched that. I switched it to, oh my god, damn girl, you be looking good. Or, like, compliment yourself if you have to. Like, do the littlest things you have to show yourself love. And if you and maybe it's not that. Maybe you don't need compliments because you compliment yourself already enough. Awesome. Maybe you just need something that makes you feel that, like, oh my god, I'm actually doing this for myself. Like, so you love yourself even 10 times more. If you have to, if you like hanging out with friends because they make you feel that love, do it time and time again. If you need to have a good time to feel good, do it. Like, just do anything really if it makes you feel good. Obviously, under good care, but do it if you need to. Everybody has their different ways of showing their love to themselves. Others have to rely on people really to feel that love for themselves, and other people can love themselves by just doing them. For me, I think it started my sophomore year of college, where I really like sat down and like, said I really need to stop bringing myself down, and I really need to start valuing myself more. And I did. And it was amazing. Like, right when I started seeing the change and other people started seeing the change in me too, it felt 10 times even better. And it's just up to you when you want to make that change. And like I say time and time again when I give advice to my sister or whatever, I tell her some people, things are going to come faster to them, or they're going to realize things faster than others, and others might take them a longer time. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how long it takes you, as long as you get what you need and what you want, you know? So if you feel like, oh my God, why does this person, or why do he or she already like have everything settled, don't feel bad about it. Sometimes it just takes you more time. Maybe you're in a different realm where you just have to take things slower. Or maybe you just feel like you're not prepared enough and you need to do more planning. That's also good, you know? But as long as you just sit back and you realize how much harm you're doing to yourself by not loving yourself, like, don't do it anymore. Like, really sit down and write down things that you can work on mentally and physically if you have to. Like, for me, my sophomore year, I loved how I was inside. Like, I loved myself inside, but I didn't love how I looked outside, and I knew that that was a core, like a key thing that I needed to change. And yes, I worked out and I lost weight and I loved it, you know? And then the year after that, like, I gained my weight back, but I finally, like, I felt good inside and out. But then I was realizing, like, you need to start getting back up there, and I am exercising again. Woo! So it's just all about you, honestly. You have to, and I'll say it again, take a shot every time I say sit back. But you have to sit back and, like, just sit there and look at the things you do to yourself, negative and positive things you do for yourself and to yourself. And it'll really help once you look at it and just evaluate those things. And I hope this helped you, because I love being that person that can help others, especially through words. I think I'm better with my words than actions. But I hope I was that to you. I hope I helped you. So, yeah. Okay, so one of my friends asked me, like, what would I do if one of my friends kept on bailing on me when we were supposed to hang out? I have been there, like, time and time again. I have been there with not just friends, but other people too. And, it does hurt, like, duh. Because you're looking forward to seeing this person. Maybe you haven't seen them in a while, so that's why you're looking so much forward to it. And, sorry. Alright, let me start this. One of my friends asked me what I would do if one of my friends would bail on me time and time again every time we were supposed to hang out. Well, that has happened to me, so obviously it hurts when a person does it, because you are looking forward to seeing them. Like, maybe it's been a while you haven't seen them, and that's why you're looking forward to it. And the fact that they just bail on you, you're like, all right, maybe one time is okay, yeah, that happened. But if they do it time and time again, it's kind of like, it's not adding up, basically. But or what I did, I just completely, like, I went back and I was like, why do I keep on wanting to, like, make this bond with this person that certainly doesn't want to make a bond with me, or certainly just doesn't find that, oh, maybe she wants to hang out, maybe I should. You know, why am I constantly doing or trying to make this bond, you know, happen when the other person clearly doesn't want it to? And I realized that I think I was just doing the bond because I needed that bond. And, you know, it just takes a lot to actually realize, like, oh, okay, you know, maybe I just shouldn't talk to this person anymore, because obviously I'm giving my 100% into this bond and they're just not. So I set the person straight or whatever. Like, I told them, like, hey, it hasn't happened once or twice, but it's happened more than that, you know, and I'm kind of, like, getting a feeling that I might, like, you just don't want to hang out with me, and that's totally fine, but just tell me if you don't want to, because I'm tired of trying to create this bond that's clearly not important to you. And I think that's just straight on forward. Like for me, I don't like to sugarcoat anything. I think I used to back then, but I just don't anymore. Like if I'm feeling a certain way, I'll tell you right then and there. Or if I don't tell you right then and there, maybe in a couple weeks I will. But that's the thing, like just set them straight. Like let them know how you're feeling, because at the end of the day, like they clearly don't care how you feel because they've bailed on you time and time again. So the least thing they can do for you is respond to your own feelings, because maybe you haven't made your feelings clear, and that's totally okay. Some of us, it takes time. But when it was for me, that's what I did. I sent them a text and I was like, hey, you know, dot dot, I'm tired of trying to create this bond. And they responded with, oh no, I'm sorry, but it's not that way. And you know, it can go either way. But you just have to really like evaluate, like, is this bond really like because we both want it, or is it just because I want it and the other person clearly doesn't? So I think you just have to like just make it straightforward with them and tell them how you truly feel, and you know, take it with a grain of salt with whatever they tell you. Maybe it's not what you want to hear, but you know, it's better to know how they feel. And trust me, it'll be a weight lifted off of your shoulders. Also, you telling them how you feel about this whole thing going on between you guys, because it does get tiring. And it's like, oh my god, like sometimes you're like, should I even ask them if we can hang out, because I already know they're gonna say no, or they're gonna say that this is gonna come up. Whatever it is, just be honest with yourself and be honest to them too about how you're feeling. So that's my advice on what you should do if a person it keeps on bailing on you when you guys want to hang out. You know, I don't I hate the word karma, but there's good and there's bad karma, you know. So, yeah. And second of all, like if you guys really do have a bond or whatever, maybe it is just things piling up on the other person that they can't hang out with you. Okay, but make sure you tell that person, hey, I know you're really busy all the time, but could you make time for us? Or, you know, when's the best time we can hang out? Maybe that's why they're just not hanging out with you as much, because, or they're bailing all the time because they're busy or whatever it is. And with this whole corona thing happening too, maybe that's why they can't hang out. But you know, but yeah, I would just suggest like showing them how you feel about it. Maybe you haven't been clear, and if you have, then I'd just let the person go, to be honest. At this point, like, you showed your feelings, they showed yours, but they're still not making the effort. Okay, peace, you know. Like, so another advice type of thing, I guess, is having patience. Like, I advise you to have patience with everything. If it's something you're waiting for, don't rush it. Let it come to you. You know, like, there's been time and time again where I'm just, you know, like thinking to myself, and I'm just like, why hasn't this happened for me yet? Like, it's happened for others. And, sorry. Like, why hasn't it happened for me as it's happened for others? And, I wouldn't get mad at it, but I would get frustrated. I'd be like, I'm doing as much as they are, but I haven't gotten there yet. Like, what haven't I done, or what am I doing wrong, you know? And it took me a while to realize, like, some things just take longer for others, because things just have to manifest, and you just have to let it happen, you know? Don't rush into things. Don't let things be rushed. Like, just to go with the flow. It'll come to you sooner or later. And you know, it is sometimes a downer, like, to see other people already like flourished and like have their things under control, or have just a living that you don't have. And it's a little downer. Like, again, what am I not doing right? But it's nothing like that. You just have to trust the process. But sometimes you do have to be like, yo, I should be doing this if I want to be doing that, you know? And it does take some time also to even realize that, like, what am I doing wrong? Oh, it's probably because I haven't been doing this, you know? And it don't let it get you down too down, like, where you can't get yourself up. You just have to let it happen. And you have to have patience, super patience, like, a lot. Um, and you just have to go with the flow too. And don't, like, how do I say it? Like, don't let it get to your head a lot. Like, oh my God, I've done everything I can and I'm still not even there, you know? Again, it'll take you time too. And when that person does reach that goal, don't bring them down either. Like, oh, you don't deserve it, or like, or don't even talk behind their back. Like, oh my God, that person does not even deserve it, blah, blah, blah. Because when your time comes, when you're finally there where they are, you're gonna want that same support that was given to them by others. You're gonna want people to congratulate you, and if you're not doing it to others, I don't know, it just, maybe that's why it also hasn't happened. Maybe because other people are also seeing your reactions to other people's success, and obviously if they see you reacting in a wrong way, like negatively, maybe they're just like, oh my God, this person would not even deserve this opportunity because they're not even showing their own support. So you gotta watch out for that too. Like, be supportive for others as you would love them to be supportive of you. And don't get frustrated. Trust me, don't. The only thing that you're gonna be doing when you frustrate yourself is getting yourself more down, and we don't need that, okay? We want you to be flourishing, and we want you, like, to really love everything that you're doing, even if it does take more time than other people. And that's my advice on patience and beautiful things when you let them happen. Hold on. Beautiful things happen when you let them happen. I'm gonna cut that whole part out, but beautiful things, hold on. So, beautiful things happen if you trust the process and if you have patience. That's what I try to say. I want to give you guys like more and more advice on more topics and all, but I also don't want to make this video like super long. So, I'll just end it with this, like my 3 key points or whatever. Love yourself. Do what you have to do to love yourself. If it's going out, do it. If it's reading a book, do it to love yourself. Like, do anything basically just to show your self-love to yourself. But also do that exercise. Like, write down the negative things you say about yourself just so you can sit back and be like, damn, I'm so bad on myself. Like, you have to start doing that. You have to start taking out the negativity, the negativity, and bringing in the positivity, because that's all we thrive for. So please do it. The second one is like your friend, you know, just not hanging out with you or whatever it is. Again, you show them how you truly feel. Be honest with it. Don't sugarcoat a thing. Just be honest with how you feel and see how the outcome is. If it's not the outcome you wanted, at least you know that you told them how you felt about it. And lastly, having patience. Having patience doesn't mean literally to wait around for things. You obviously have to work for them if you want them. And that's just what I wanted to tell you guys. I hope you guys liked this video. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys for watching. It's been a while, so it was fun doing this.